Getting stuff together. I'm getting things together slow and steady here today. Trying to get this phone thing to do its thing. But welcome in. We're going to be talking about the next right thing today. Going over this concept that was my father's credo, hawanase, his greatest wisdom, to do the next right thing. It will exceed your greatest expectations, Scotty. That's what he would say. You just keep going out there and doing the next right thing. Keep following your heart and being a kind, compassionate human being, and it'll be beyond your wildest expectations. And I truly used to think that this was just another little quirky thing that my father would say, right? That Al would tell me, just to sound, because he was a good guy. He was a humble, funny, proud Native American man that, said these quirky little things that in retrospect I realize how much meaning they had. Just like every move he made in life reflected who he wanted to be. He didn't just say, what should be done. And he didn't just say the positive, beautiful, motivational thing. He lived it. He did it. And that's the next right thing. Being hopeful and loving and appreciative and opening your heart so you don't fall into that whisper. Because that whisper doesn't want you to do the next right thing. Doesn't want you to have that conversation with your brothers and sisters who are struggling. That whisper, this darkness inside us that grows doesn't want us to be connected to something positive. With the next right thing, doing the next right thing, will put us in a place that'll help us push forward with positivity, help us connect with our brothers and sisters in a way that'll bring love and light into our life in a positive and compassionate way. So with that being said, a little discussion about the next right thing. Let's start a little poll here. Make sure our brothers and sisters, make sure everybody out there in YouTube land is doing well. Ask the old standard, real simple, like, are you okay? We'll start the conversation with that. Seems like the next right thing to do in this moment is to make sure that we're all right here in this moment. I hope you are. If not, be open and honest about it. It's all right to not be okay. And that didn't work out. There we go. It's okay not to be okay. If that's it takes a small series of events to pull us back from that place. Recognize for you in this moment what the next right thing is. Is it getting up and taking care of yourself? Is it hydrating? Is it washing your ass? Is it saying yes to the opportunity before you? What is the next right thing? And what's that mean to you? Because between me and you, the next right thing can be completely different. At this moment, the next right thing is to have an open, honest communication with the people I care for, the turtle herd out there in YouTube land, to discuss this concept, to honor my father on his journey. The next right thing, right? What does that mean for you today? For me today, it means relaxing, appreciating, spreading this wisdom that Hawanase gave me, and being thankful. On my way to see my brother in Georgia, to go to this festival and hopefully sell some lemonade, maybe some artwork. I got a pile of it over here that I brought with me. Expressing myself to you in this moment, and then reflecting on what exactly it means, because these simple things can be more complicated than we could ever realize, right? To do the next right thing. Yo, what's up, my nizzle fam? It's good to see you. We're talking about the next right thing. Welcome in, good sirs and madams. We're going to explore this concept together today. I'm feeling good, feeling chipper. Met my new buddy Sean here at the Flying J, and had a nice inspirational conversation about life, love, appreciation, hope. The people we've lost to their desire to leave this world, and how we become stronger through the struggle. And I implore you to indulge in that conversation when it approaches. It was exactly what I needed this morning to get me onto the ball so that I could have this discussion about what the next right thing is. Feel free to double tap that screen. Your thumbs will definitely fall off. No, 100% of people answered the survey no today. Well, express yourself, please. Chilling out a full working day. Good. Well, fam, I appreciate you being here, brother. Double tap that screen. Your thumbs won't fall off. We're going to talk about the next right thing. I am headed to work. I guess my idea of work's a little bit different than most, but that's my next right thing. I I'm not a big fan of clocking in and out, but I am a big fan of making money and moving forward and doing the next right thing, right? So we're going to go try to sell some lemonade, some glow sticks at this festival, and we're going to keep doing the next right thing to the best of our ability, chilling. Please express yourself there, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you're not having a good day, if you're not okay. Maybe we can help you through it. Maybe we can, if you're willing to take the medicine, if you're willing to start with some open, honest communication, that's the next right thing. If you're not doing okay today, the next right thing is accepting and loving yourself, right? Take care of yourself, your family, your community. It's how Anase would say. That's where you start. That's the next right thing. Get a good, firm foundation underneath you of compassion and love, and then start taking care of your brothers and sisters. A longtime friend of mine stopped responding to my messages. I feel terrible about it, but I want to let the whole me back. Why is this difficult? Well, Duncan, you know, or is that drunken? Drunken. Well, we're going to call you Duncan because I like that a little bit better. Well, we could discuss that, brother. It hurts because you have this connection with somebody, right? Because you don't know what you did wrong and they refuse to tell you, right? And it probably isn't you. It's their pain most of the time when people cut us off for no reason and we don't understand why. If you don't have a specific thing that you can address or think that you maybe evaluate your interaction with this person, and see what happened, man. See if there's something that you can point your finger at, then you'll know. If there isn't, then that's his problem, or her problem, Duncan. We appreciate you being open in here, and you're right, man. It should hurt. It does hurt. I'm sure it hurts, man. I'm sure it hurts, and that's okay. Join the turtle herd. Slow and steady here. If you subscribe, we weather the burden together, bro. And I appreciate you expressing yourself. Why is this difficult? Because we're human. Because we put energy and love into the connections that we make, and when those connections are severed, especially outside of our understanding, it can hurt, man. And it does hurt. You're human. It's okay to be hurt, man. If people aren't responding to you, it's okay to feel the full spectrum of emotions. Why does it hurt, man? Because you love, because you're compassionate, because you care for this human being. That's why it hurts, brother, sister, mother, Duncan. I hope you appreciate that. I prefer Duncan, if you don't mind, like nicknaming my subscribers. Maybe you can help. Fam, of course, I'm going to do my best. Let me change this chat filter there, ladies and gentlemen, to make sure I'm seeing all messages. I feel when I try to be nice and help, they lean on me, then disregard me because I've been distracted, because I've been less available emotionally because this is easy. Thank you for responding. No problem, Duncan. Dude, straight up. And I'm with you too, right? We give so much that we get to a point where we're done giving. But as Al would say, you can help 10 people and 9 of them could shit in your face, but you're going to help that other person, right? You got to keep pushing forward. You got to keep being you despite what these people around you are doing to you, despite how they're making you feel. And come to terms with the fact that 9 out of 10 people are going to shit in your face the way they did for my father. He helped all these great people and they shit in his face and they turned their back on him, and they used again, and they fell back into the same lying, torment. And I hated these people. I wanted to beat the shit out of all of them. In my younger years, I almost did a couple of them because he was such a caring, loving person. But he would tell me that I'm too damn much, Scotty. You got to stop. What are you doing? It ain't your place. I'm helping, and I just get so mad at these people that would take advantage of him and not respect them. And while he's doing the next right thing, that's what matters, right? You're doing the next right thing, Duncan. You're expressing yourself here today. That's what matters. Do me a favor and double tap that screen, Duncan. Keep expressing yourself. We'll keep this conversation going. Me, please. Fam, what are you talking about? ANS, me, please. I don't know what ANS means, fam. Stephanie G, you know what else when a woman asks you if you can, for her, happens to be me in this morning. All right, Stephanie G, I appreciate you. Thank you for putting a smile on my face this morning. We'll consider that your next right thing for the moment. We're talking about the next right thing today, Stephanie, and making people laugh is a beautiful, positive thing. And that should be the next right thing on your agenda. I appreciate you making me laugh today. Sean, hey buddy, it's Sean. We just met. Yeah, dude, we were just talking about you, Sean. Talking about the next right thing. I'm chilling in the old minivan my buddy let me borrow. Brother, thank you. Sean is an amazing human being. All those hearts and stuff on the side of there that really helps us to grow this conversation. Me and Sean had a beautiful conversation today. We actually met speaking on glow sticks in this adventure I'm going on, and we kind of laughed and chuckled a bit, and then it became this beautiful conversation of hope and love and appreciation. We've both lost, we've both struggled, we've both strived to become something more, and in that moment, me and Sean became brothers. And it only takes a brief moment of acceptance and appreciation of doing the next right thing, right? To meet new family. I mean, Sean is a brother of mine. In that moment of truth and acceptance through our communication, we became brothers, and now we're here together. We're discussing the next right thing as a group. Sean, I'm sure, subscribed up there, and he's the newest member of the Turtle Herd. I'm absolutely sure of it. Because he's got the compassion and love and hope to bring compassion to this world in a positive way. And Creator, God of our understanding, brought us together so that we could grow this community of appreciation and hope. One of the things me and Sean were talking about that rings true this morning is what we're allowed to feel as men. We think the next right thing is to dominate and control and to beat everything into submission because that's what the world tells us. Well, that just makes us angry, resentful, and full of pain and pushes people away. Part of the realization, part of the next right thing is realizing even as a man, you're allowed to feel emotions. You're allowed to be and care and have a compassionate, loving heart. You're allowed to, meet a brother and have an open conversation of love and respect. Sean, I really appreciate it. Hey, Scott, it's fucking ain't right, Sean. I love that Metro get me through the early years of recovery. Thank you, Al. I hope you're a member of the Turtle Herd. Absolutely, says Sean. Keep the communication coming, guys. That really helps me a lot to keep the conversation going. And this morning, I feel blessed. I got it back out to the car, and things become serendipitous when you're flowing with the river of life. When you're doing the next right things become serendipitous. And I say that because as I got back into the car, the phone's ringing, and a beautiful aunt-like mothering figure was on the phone who I haven't talked to in almost a year. And I've been trying to reach out to, and she's super busy. We got to have a nice conversation. I talked to my father's best friend last night on this trip because I stopped making excuses. Well, he doesn't call me and he's busy and all this other stuff. And I just called Billy Bear and was able to have a nice conversation. And all of that feeds into me being more of a positive human being so that I can learn and grow to the best of my ability. And that's the next right thing. The next right thing is always the smallest little step, is the next small little step towards beauty and compassion. That's the next right thing. It's not some giant action. You're not going to change the world through your next move. But what you're going to do is you're going to impact somebody's life in a positive or a negative way. You get to decide what that means. Are you gonna bring love and light and appreciation into this world through a hopeful, caring conversation? Or are you gonna bring pain and struggle into this world through discontent and anger, and you're going to pacify your fear and your pain for just a moment and feel good by spreading pain? That's up to you. And the next right thing is the latter, is being this positive, caring, compassionate human being. And you have to make that decision if you're up for it. Elle says, I do hope that men stop getting tickled by other men in being, or tricked by other men into being heartless. I thought you might say, I thought tickled. I was like, what are we talking about? The world appreciates men who take the time to understand and communicate emotionally with everyone in their lives. You're right, Al. But we're taught this lie, right? From childhood, that we're supposed to handle things a certain way, and we're the stoic ones, and women feel emotions and stuff. Like, that's all bullshit. We're human too. You can feel pain. You can feel grief. You do feel it. You feel it deeply because you're a good man. And when we don't let those feelings flow through us, it becomes this dam of emotions that builds up behind us, and then we hurt people. And that's not who I want to be, even if it's socially acceptable. I don't want to emotionally or physically hurt anybody. I want to grow and heal and help my brothers and sisters in this world to the best of my ability. Mitchell JR, you watched from Frozen 2 this morning. Frozen 2? Well, thank you, Mitchell, for expressing yourself. Look at the camera. 88. I'm doing my best here, brothers and sisters. Do the next right thing today. Have your cup of coffee. Start off with a good conversation, some hope, some love, some appreciation. And 88th, I hope you have a good day. I hope you're all subscribed. Hope you decide to take the time and check out the channel and explore this conversation of hope, love, and appreciation over a nice cup of coffee. Not too many regulars in yet today, which is surprising. I haven't really been on the ball when it comes to consistency with doing this, so it's understandable we are where we're at, and I have no expectations. Laura, it's good to see you this morning. Having my coffee, having a good conversation. We're talking about the next right thing, Laura. What's that mean for you today, Mrs.? What is the next right thing for Laura Wilkins today? Are you gonna be that kind, compassionate human being that changes the world in a positive way, one small step at a time? I believe you are. Jennifer, good morning, Scott. It's good to see you, Downley. Jennifer, we're having coffee in my buddy's minivan that we've turned into a little bit of a camping situation here. So we can go down and do what we got to do. Brother, I was going to talk shit, but you're amazing. Energy changed my mind. Thank you, 88. I kind of got that vibe that you were going to talk shit, but I'm glad that my vibe could change that, brother. It's about doing the next right thing, and that's what the next right thing will do for you. It'll change everything in an instant. It doesn't have to be, again, it's not some big grand gesture that's going to change the world. The next right thing is having a conversation with someone that you meet in a gas station in the morning over getting a cup of coffee, and connecting with someone over true, open, honest communication so you can both heal and grow. We both are talking about losing people to their own ability to take themselves out of this world. And we both, have struggled and strived, and we both have this excitement for life that's going to help the world be a better place because we're allowing emotion to flow through us. And that's what makes the world a better place. Thank you, 88. I hope you decide to subscribe. You will be a member of the turtle herd. Al says, right, it's sad because men do it to each other and there's no reward for it. It's like an Olympics of toughness with no medals, just trauma and regret. We're all human except grace across the board. Thank you, Al. You're right. We do it to, I think society does it to men as well. It's society in general. We do it, and I can only speak on men and what I know as being a man, but I know that having that dam up with all that bullshit behind it, that, this pain and resentment and anger and all my emotions, my grief and my sadness and my fear, that I wasn't willing to admit piling up behind that dam caused me to hurt people emotionally and physically. And that was okay, right? But as I really started to heal and do the next right thing, I realized that that's not who I wanted to be. That wasn't doing the next right thing. That wasn't embodying my father's philosophy of love and compassion. What would embody my brother's or my father's understanding of compassion and love is to do the next right thing and allow that dam of pain, regret, and shame to flow through me so that I can heal and grow. I'm much stronger not holding back all these emotions. Jennifer, what are you getting into today? Jennifer, we're headed to, I'm like 2 or 3 hours away from Indiana. We're going to see my brother, Misled Utopia. Check them out on their channel. They're all over my channel, shorts and whatever. Misled Utopia is a beautiful musical medicine. The band's absolutely amazing. And then we're going to hang out with my niece, Kaya Bear. The Kaya Bear song. Cute little 1-year-old sweetheart. Her and her grams and my brother for a day. And then tomorrow we're headed to the Between Worlds Festival to sell lemonade and glow sticks. Which we might not be able to sell lemonade. We'll find out. There's some issue with the paperwork. We're going to see if we can't get paperwork. I thought there was paperwork for us to fall underneath, but now there's not. We got $600 worth of glow sticks and rings and stuff to sell. If not, I did bring a bunch of my art. One of my favorites here. I don't know if you guys think. This is one of my favorite pieces of art here. I don't know what to call it, but yeah, I got a handful of these. I got probably about 10 or 15 of these paintings that I've done over the years that I decided to bite the bullet and bring with me, to express myself. Being a featured artist is something that, has kind of caused some intimidation on and off because, it's hard to accept what you are, right? It's hard to accept that I'm an artist or, and compare myself to these great artists in the world and how they express themselves. I think they might have all felt that way, right? This imposter syndrome, maybe. James, brother. It's good to see you. Awesome, 88. Be yourself. Damn straight. My next step into, quote, smoke weed. But wait. Yeah, dude, here's the thing, man. Take your time with everything, man. I quit smoking stoves fully a few weeks ago. I quit for a while, and then the e-cigarette thing slipped back into it, man. It was so hard, man. And then cannabis as well. maybe do a little research, 88, on what kind of cannabis you're putting into your body. What is good medicine? What are you looking to get out of this thing, right? This medicine. It's a wide spectrum. I recommend that you look into the different strains, the different terpenes, and and the different combinations of cannabinoids. And maybe CBD is something that can help you. If why are you smoking? Why are you using that medicine? They ask yourself that and be honest with you, and then dig into the research that's happening lately, and maybe you can find a better medicine. And then how much are you using? Too much? Any medicine can become a poison, brother. I there's been times in my life where I smoked every day, and that wasn't a medicine for me. It wasn't the next right thing. It didn't help me be who I needed to be this positive, loving, compassionate person that I feel like in this moment. But a little bit of research, especially now, it's the information is more readily available. I highly recommend you do that versus just saying this isn't good for me, because there's such a spectrum of medicine there when it comes to cannabis. You should indulge in the knowledge that's out there. If you're not sure, if you have any questions, we'll chat about that. But Jennifer, hey James, brother, we're headed to the festival, James. I know I've been talking smack about you coming. It'd be cool to see you. Hey, if you show up at the gate, brother, I'll make sure you get in. You let me know, and we'll get you in. Liverpool 88 says, Jennifer, it is hard to quit smoking, both weed and cigarettes, but I am testimony that it's possible. Me too, Jennifer. I've cut way down, and I indulge in cannabis, after the research and the reflection, on a minimal basis to help me with anxiety and stress, and it's like having a couple beers here and there for me, I guess. When the timing's right, when it's medicine, because every day, all day, anything, becomes a poison. You reflect on that and open your heart to the truth, to the best of your ability. Hey, bro, I got to go. Oh, it's all good, Sean. Look forward to the future conversations and keep up the great work. Remember, man, I am here if you need me. Thank you, Sean. Stay positive. The Turtle Herd, thank you for being here. Sean, it's such a blessing seeing you today. You do your thing today, brother. I'm glad you could pop in a little bit. I'm glad we met today. That's the next right thing. And that's what the next right thing will provide for you. The next right thing will provide brothers and sisters with an open, loving heart, without a doubt. Do you think I was going to meet Sean today just talking about glow sticks, man, and like going to a EDM festival, and then it turned into this conversation on hope, love, and appreciation? Because I did the next right thing. I opened my heart to somebody, and we embraced as brothers before we left. I consider Sean a brother, without a doubt, man. And I look forward to the conversation and our communication growing. And it just shows how much compassion there is in the world. Because after that conversation, Sean made sure I had his number. And he said, you feel like that, you call me. And vice versa too, brother. You got my number. You feel like that, you call me. You reach out on Discord or come on here and comment onto my videos. I'm here for you, brother. I'm here for all of you. Because I've been there and it hurts. Thank you all. No problem, 88. We appreciate you being here. Thank you for setting down the boulder of pain, brother, sister, mother. It can be a hard one to set down. When you come in, you came in looking to stir the pot a little bit, which is understandable. Most of the time when we do that because we're in pain. But I'm glad that my father's philosophy can help you put that pain down. I'm glad that you could become something more through me doing my next right thing in this moment, brother. You now are a member of the Turtle Herd. Slow and steady, we weather the burden together. And to my brothers out there and sisters who answered no to the survey, please express yourself. We'll help you find your way out of it. We'll discuss it open and honestly without judgment. What's going on with you? We can figure this out. Don't let go. Don't stop pushing forward. Don't stop doing the next right thing. What you can stop doing is feeding that negative energy in your heart, feeding that whisper that wants to pull you away from the light. That whisper doesn't want you to be close to a God of your understanding. That whisper doesn't want you to indulge in the conversation and to address the issue. That whisper wants you to want it to be fixed for you. It doesn't want you to put the energy into walking through the door that a God of your understanding is opening. You're answering the survey honestly, okay? And that's the first step to walking through the door, and we appreciate you. That's the hard work that no one wants to talk about. Start by double tapping that screen. Your thumbs won't fall off. Subscribe, become a member of the Turtle Herd, and check out the channel. Check out Misled Utopia. Dark, Undead, hey, are you gay? Do you support gays? What do you think of... Okay, the alphabet thing. We don't really talk about orientation here. If you must know, I don't mind telling you I'm cis, right, is what they call it. I think that should be secondary, thirdary, way down the line of who someone is. Dark, I mean, let's start getting to know each other, and we're open. I'm open to whatever you do, wherever you put it, whenever you put it there, and how long you put it there is your business, as far as I'm concerned. That's not what defines you in being a good person in my heart. That's not what's going to define whether you have the ability to do the next right thing or not. You know, but I mean, I guess it's a world where everybody needs to know now. It wasn't like that growing up. Like, if you did your thing and you were whatever, and I remember when my best friend came out to me with tears in his eyes, early 20s, man. And he was so scared he was going to lose me. He was so scared I wouldn't be around. I said, bro, do you want me? And he said, no, you're like my brother. And I said, what's the problem? Why would I care where you put it when you put it there, bro? I love you, man. And we love you too out there, Dark. Do you know what fanboy is? A femboy. I do know what a femboy is. Are you a femboy? It's okay, James. I know that he's just, I mean, if you keep it proper, we can have a conversation like this. And James, if you get too offended, that's okay too. I appreciate what you're saying. But if you're saying that you're a femboy and you just want to express who you are, I mean, that's okay. We accept you. Stop what? Not staying on the conversation. Not staying on this Not staying on the conversation. James, I love your face, brother. We're going to move forward and talk about the next right thing. I understand, man. It's a heavy thing, and that's not normally what we talk about. Normally, we don't talk about that kind of stuff because it doesn't matter. I think that's where James is at. You know what I'm saying? It's normally not our thing to indulge in that conversation. But normally, Dark, people aren't as open and normally when they bring this stuff up, they bring it up for nefarious reasons because they're trying to hand a boulder of pain. It doesn't seem like Dark's trying to do that. It seems like you're just trying to express yourself and see what's going on here and make sure it's a safe space. Dark, it's a safe space, brother, sister, mother, femboy, whatever you are. It's all good. Asking questions like a normal human. Are you stop being racist? Scott, Ben, James, please. Racist. Dark, man, you just cried. That's not cool. Because we aren't. But Dark, subscribe. Stick around for a while, man. Hit that notification bell so that we can continue the conversation. Today's about doing the next right thing. I'm excited. I'm sitting back here on my bed in the back of my brother's minivan who let me be. Laura, if you're still there, please double tap that screen, everybody. We're going to find a way to spread hope and love and appreciation. We're doing the next right thing today, which means we're open, honestly communicating with our brothers and sisters. James, I hope you're still there, brother. I love your face. I appreciate you trying to protect me and guide the conversation. You're a valued member of this community beyond whatever thing I could ever say. And Dark, if you want to join us, just kind of know that we're all open and honest about how we feel and what we say, and don't get offended. Stick around and we can air it out. You know what I'm saying? If something's said that offends you or offends somebody else, we're going to address it. James is just being protective because that's what James does, because he's a great guy. He's my co-host here, and we love James. I don't care. You don't care at all for okay. Must be close since you got triggered. Listen, Dark, you're not going to offend the people I care for here. James is the one thing I will do, and the next third thing in this moment is defending someone I care for deeply. Stop pointing the finger at our brother James. Dark, stop trying to hand the boulder of pain. That's the next right thing, is to address this issue that people decide that they can hand us their boulder of pain because they're in pain. Who hurt you, Dark? Who hurt you to the point where you have to come in here and get that instant gratification of trying to get us to feel the pain that you feel? I implore you to dig down deep and understand that whoever's creeping into your room at night and doing these naughty things to you, it's their fault. And the way you can heal from that, from whoever's doing these things to you, is to address who's doing them. Not come in here and hand us your boulder of pain and try to make us feel as awkward and as broken as you feel. That's not how it works. That's not what we do. We learn and grow in a positive way. And it looks like you're not around anymore. Good, James. I appreciate you sticking up for us and doing what you feel is right, brother. We don't need Dark in this conversation if he's, it's one thing if he's being open and honest about who he is, but it's a whole nother thing if he's mocking out people, judging people. That's not what we do here. This is a judgment-free zone. James, can you just time him out? Running the vibe. Thank you, James. You're right. Thank you, brother. Mr. Wonderful. Good for you, Mr. Wonderful. We appreciate who you are, brother. You be as gay as you need to be, man. whatever. Where you put it and when you put it there shouldn't matter. That's the next right thing. Let that be the next right thing today. Let's not judge our brothers and sisters for what they do with their physical being. It's their physical being. And if they do it with another consenting adult, who the business is that of yours or mine? You know what I'm saying? I think as a caring, compassionate brother here who's trying to help people grow, our business is to be open and honest and communicate about these things in an open, honest, loving way. That doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't matter to me at all. And I don't believe it matters to anybody else in this scenario. It just Dark is probably in some pain. We get those every once in a while. People in pain in here trying to hand the boulder to us. We're not taking it. Sean, brother, there you are. I was almost ready to retire, and there I am listening. I have my headphones on, and I haven't been able to respond, but I'm not It's all good, brother. Well, I really appreciate you being here. Stick around for a while. That's all I'm saying. James, bye, brother. Hell yeah, James. Take care of business, bro. Take care of business. John, we're glad that you're still you're sitting around chatting. Remember, guys, send in some hearts, send in some hundos, send in some love over there. Interaction, answering the survey, double tapping that screen, even if you already liked. All of these interactions help the algorithm to understand that you enjoy this conversation and you want to do the next right thing to expand this conversation. So a little bit of hearts, a little bit of hundos over there. Maybe not. Would be appreciated. The next right thing, right? We're talking about the next right thing. Compassion, love, respect, open, honest communication. That's the next right thing. So anybody out there in YouTube land, our 56% of our poll answers, the next right thing would be for you to verbalize exactly what's going on with you. We could find the medicine together. And you can look under, I think it's tools, mental health tools, or emotional medicine, or something like that. In my playlist, there's a bunch of shorts that can help you find a way to set down the boulder of pain. Some things that I've learned along the way. Some love and respect that I've been given through open, honest communication that I'm trying to share here with you. Jennifer, where are you from? Oh, 88's asking Jennifer, I'd like watching your shorts. You're doing very good. Thank you, James. I just dropped a few more shorts. One with me and Chris, or me and my brother at the dump. A fish sandwich one, best fish sandwich in the world. I'm telling you, Rudy's up in Oswego, New York. If you're anywhere near Oswego, New York, Rudy's, man. It's called the Center Hot. They take a center cut filet fish and they put like a spicy chili sauce on it that I think is a little sweet, little spicy. It's not too hot. And then a cheese. Oh my God. And they call it the Center Hot. Oh, dude, it's so good. I mean, I had to make a short about it. I haven't made a food short in so long. But yeah, the Center Hot, what's up? I like watching your shorts. Thanks. I appreciate that, James. I like creating them when I'm feeling well and doing the next right thing. I appreciate that deeply. Yeah, it's been a labor of love. Looks like we got a rainy day out there today. I am excited, but I'm hoping that this weekend won't be a wash, literally. But I got to accept what is. Acceptance is the next right thing. Accepting what is, despite what we think should be. That's the next right thing. Finding love and compassion for ourselves, opening our hearts to our brothers and sisters, knowing that it's probably going to hurt. And when it hurts, we grow, and there's purpose in the pain. Accepting the lessons that are put out before us, knowing that we have more learning to do, and more shall be revealed, as Gio Hade would say, where the path is. My brother Billy Bear, the Golden Glove champion, his wisdom is highly regarded here on this channel. The DMV weather is amazing this week. The DMV weather is... what do you mean the DMV weather? I hate the DMV. I feel like... You ever seen the end of Beetlejuice? Where it's like the original one, the good movie, where he's like got the long 19-foot letters, numbers, and he steals I feel like that. That's what I feel like every time I go to the DMV. Now you can make appointments and stuff, so it's better, but yeah, please keep communicating with yourself. DC, Maryland, Virginia. Is that where you're at? Maryland and Virginia are beautiful places, man. DC is amazing. I've been to New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, all beautiful places. I highly recommend you check them out. But I'm telling you, man, you're in Oswego, New York. You're anywhere in New York. Oswego's a little bit northwest right there by the lake. It's right on the lake, dude. You got to try that fish sandwich, guys. I'm highly recommend it. Check out the shorts, and look through them and watch, communicate. That really helps the channel to grow, helps this conversation to grow. If that's the next right thing today, you can't get off the couch, you're struggling. Maybe the next right thing is that someone who's hurting. Somebody who's lost and broken in a place that they can't find their way out, and you don't know what to say. Send them this. Share this to them. Go down through my lives and share the depression. Share if there's something going on with someone you love, there's open, honest communication in here about it. If you go way back to 988, that really kind of opened up about what my struggles are, and we talk about 988, man. If you're out there struggling, call 988. That's the next right thing. There's people out there that care. You're not alone. Don't hold on, and today might be a struggle, but tomorrow is going to be a beautiful thing. This too shall pass, good, bad, or indifferent, and it all has purpose. I am not from Oswego. If you're ever in Western New York, hello. L, awesome. Yeah, well, L, we got to hang out. We should. I mean, maybe we could meet at Rudy's when I get back, right? You're in Western New York. I'm in Central New York. Rudy's is kind of in the middle in Oswego. If you want to meet up for lunch, I'm up for it. It'd be great to meet another Turtle Herd member. I'm a security driver in the DMV. That's cool. Fucking awesome, 88. I'm glad that you're here, keeping us safe. I really appreciate this conversation this morning. Guys, wish me luck on the adventure to come. Like I said, I'm kind of excited. I'll be honest with you. There is this, my truth. We don't like to label it as fear because I'm not afraid, right? But there's this anxiousness about exposing my art to the world, right? These paintings that I've created, this, the artist that I am, I've got some of the woodwork I've done here that I don't really want to sell, but maybe it's time to let go of some of this woodwork if I have a chance. Now, this piece would definitely be priced pretty high because this is a reflection of my life here. It kind of tells my journey, and it was a time and place. There's my brothers, little reflection of my brothers and my father there in their journey. But I don't know, just doing my best to be open and honest with what I bring to the table, and I hope you do the same. Find yourself a home, find yourself love, find yourself compassion in this world. Do the next right thing and show appreciation to your brothers and sisters. Doodly-doo, doodly-dee, doodly-doo. Message rejected. What did you say, Laura? Did you have brekkie? I did not have brekkie, Laura. I should have. You know what? I almost had brekkie. They have a Cinnabons in there, and I was this close to buying a cinnamon bun with caramel, hit with caramel and pecans. But the lady, I waited there, and the lady did show up, and I was like, "There's my sign. I don't need a cinnamon bun with pecans and carmy on it. I need to just have my coffee, relax, and have a conversation." But you're right. Brekkie should come. I should treat myself today. I think I might drive a little bit, see if there's a Hardee's, because I absolutely adore the pork chop and biscuit sandwiches. Hardee's is amazing. Here's the little key. If you go to Hardee's and get the pork chop and biscuits sandwich, get the gravy on the side, because then you can dip it. It stays crunchy. I don't like the gravy on it, but if you spend more time in New York City, we wouldn't feel funny about sharing your art. It is beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate that. Did you see the painting I showed, Al? This is one of my favorite paintings. I want to know what you think. It's one of my faves right there. This will be a hard one to let go too, but it's time to move forward. I grabbed a bunch of my paintings. A few of them I wouldn't mind letting go. Some of them I'm kind of really attached to. This is another one. That was whatever. We'll check them out while we're at the festival. Maybe I should spend some more time in New York City and check it out. But I am a featured artist at the Between Worlds Festival, so whether the lemonade thing's gonna work out or not, we're gonna find out about that. I'm kind of iffy about it because of the paperwork shenanigans that just popped up, but maybe we'll just give away lemonade. Maybe that's the next right thing. We'll give away lemonade, and I'll put my art up in the tent. We could chat a little bit about the Turtle Herd. We could do a live together as I do my exhibit. Right, I'm supposed to do like like a expose, talking about, I don't know what they expect out of me. I brought some art. I could talk about art. I could talk about love, expression, and appreciation. I could talk about this. This is my art. Um, but it's going to be a good time either way, because I'm going to be able to spend some time with my little Kaya bear, either before and after. I was given permission, since I borrowed this van, to stay for a day or two with my family in Indiana before I had to come back, which I'm excited about. And yeah, it's going to be a beautiful trip. It's going to be amazing, because we're going to make it, right? Can I buy it from you? 88, yeah, it's for sale, brother. What do you want to buy? You can cash at me and I'll send it to you. Um, Make me a reasonable offer on what? Either the wood burning stuff, or what are you talking about, 88? It's for sale. I mean, and then again, it's hard for me to sell this stuff. If I do sell it to you here, then we'd have to do a Cash App thing, because I'm not taking 30% off for YouTube for selling my art, because, um, you know, we do accept donations here towards the next right thing, but that's a whole separate thing, and YouTube gets their cut. If I'm selling my art, I'd have to like get it in hand, because I am emotionally attached to this art that I've created. L, gorgeous, so happy for you, and more eyes on your art and yourself. I don't know, you just got here, but I can tell you are star. Thank you, L. Well, I hope you subscribe. Hope you're a member of the Turtle Herd. It's not love, compassion, and family is an equation over time there, L. It takes time. We appreciate having you. We're gonna have ups, we're gonna have downs. We're gonna have days where there's 100 people in here. We're gonna have days where there's 5, and that's fine. No expectations. I needed the channel to kind of go down a little bit for me to, for me to be okay, because I become in fear when things get too well. That's part of my admission. It's part of my next right thing, is admitting that when things are going too well, right? When I say too well, I'm waiting for the dime to drop, but that's open, honest communication. That's the next right thing, is for me to be open about it. It doesn't need to be that way. Keep riding that wave and let it play out, because it's going to be what it needs to be. And I really appreciate you, Al. You're absolutely amazing. The last one you showed. Oh, the painting? This is one of my favorite paintings that I've ever done. This guy right here, I'd sell it to you, 88. I'm not sure like I said, it's one of my favorites, and I don't even know. I was planning on letting Rob help me decide what to sell them for. Maybe chatting with you guys, because I want to say I want a couple $100 for everything, for each one. But is that too much? Is it not enough? I mean, they are one of a kind pieces of art. They are Traveling Scott exclusives. It's probably too much, but I mean, some art goes for thousands of dollars, right? Like, I don't know. I guess it depends on what's the value to you. $100 sold, dude, sold, without a doubt. 88. My Cash App is in the description. You Cash App me $100. I'll set that one aside for you. I'm going to showcase it at the show. But that one's yours. I'll put a sold thing on it for you if you Cash at me $100. That's amazing. If you really decide to do so. L, just stay true yourself. I am self-subscriber too. Also willing to other foods to drop. You are right, though. All things happen as they should. We don't need to activate it. Thank you, Al. Yes, we're both right. You are right. All things are happening as they should. In their own time. That's another thing Hawanase would say. We have to accept what is. We have to accept life on its terms, right? We have to find emotional sobriety through open, honest communication. We have to reach out to our brothers and sisters to heal and grow. We can't do it on our own. We're not meant to be alone, brothers and sisters. The reason that you might feel like that, the reason you're not okay, is because you're not reaching out. You're not double tapping that screen. You're not expressing yourself the way you should. I know that it sucks. Taking that first step to express yourself, taking that first step of doing the next right thing is the hardest thing ever. But it's beautiful when you do it, right? When you get over that fear and you realize you deserve it. I think 200 would be cool, right? But I'm 88. I'll sell it to you for $100. You know what I'm saying? That would be awesome. That'd be the first thing that I've ever really sold. That'd be the first piece of art I ever sold, man. For $100, that's beautiful, 88. I'd love for you to have that, and I'll package it and ship it off to you when I get back to New York, or when I get back to Indiana after the festival. I'd like to showcase it, because like I said, it's one of my favorite pieces. so that I can kind of be this featured artist at this festival. Um, we got someone texting us, hey man, send me the address of the show. I'm going to try to show up. I had to see who that is. Somebody just texted me. Is it Sean? I mean, I didn't send his number. The festival is okay. Check out Between Worlds. You can Google Between Worlds Festival in Tennessee, or you can go to Something Heady is the website. That's the name of the website where they feature the thing. But it's in Central Tennessee. I'm not sure exactly where. But Sean, I would love for you to show up, bro. I know that that would be absolutely amazing, bro. We could spend a couple days hanging out. We could have some lemonade, whether we could sell it or not. I got some lemonade for you, brother. I got the flat top with me. We could do some cooking. You'd be a guest of mine. I'm not sure how that would work with getting in. I don't know what the ticket sales, or if I could, I would do my best to try to, since we are what we are now, man, I'd do my best to try to get you a good deal on a ticket. Maybe discounted. I don't know. I'd have to talk to Leon. But if you're really interested in checking out the festival this weekend, bro, I'd love to have you, man. M Dizzle, the Mike Drizzle. We're doing well this morning, MD. We're talking about the next right thing. Jennifer, later, 88. It is time to get back to work for me. I will cash app you. It was a pleasure chatting with you. All right, my 88, brother. I'm looking forward to it. My cash app is in the thing. Like I said, you got to give me this weekend, though, before I send it. As long as the money's in the Cash App, I will send it on Monday after the festival, because like I said, and that'd be cool as like a sales thing too. I could put like a little $100 sticker on it and then put sold, you know what I'm saying? And then send it to you after the show. That's absolutely amazing, 88. I appreciate you. And maybe I could do that partially too. Part of the live can be me showing off all the artwork, and if anybody wants anything, they can specifically call it out, and once you throw the money in my Cash App, I could send it to you. But yeah, we're doing good. We're getting ready for the festival. M Dizzle, the Mike Thrizzle. We love you, MD. How are you doing today, brother? Mike, I am doing pretty good. How are you holding up, beast? Hey, dude, what's up? We're talking about the next right thing. How's the bus doing? Mike, the bus is being sold. So that's part of the next right thing, right? The situation I'm in with the bus and the insurance, and, I believe it's big. I think it's because of the two accidents, the end of 24, beginning of 25 that I had, that's giving me a problem with insuring this thing. Because you got to be able to insure it, right? Like, that's got to be the issue, but I can't get a direct answer. And I think it should be classified as an RV is another reason why the insurance is expensive. But in the scenario that I'm in, I need to wipe my hands of it. I tried to sell the bus before I left by giving, put it up for $3,500. Got a couple calls, put out there to a few people that responded that if you wanted this bus, I'll do it for $2,200 now, so I can have the money before I leave. And I had one lady that I talked to that's really interested, who could use it to, her daughter is in a tight spot emotionally, and she's going down south, and she wants the thing to build out for her. And we got really excited. She couldn't get her hands on the physical money before I left because her son lives farther away and was going to cash at me and all this stuff, and I didn't want her to buy a bus unseen after thinking about it. So I locked in the price for her. That's the next right thing. I locked in the price for her so that she could check it out as soon as I get back. If when she sees it and wants it, I'll give her that price. If not, it goes back up to $3,500 and I'm selling it because I need a daily driver. This vehicle is not mine. The vehicle I've been driving around on a daily basis is not mine, and I need my own thing. How's life, Beast? It's going pretty good, brother. We're talking about the next... Yeah, insurance companies suck, Jennifer. It's ridiculous. Are you getting a new bus? I'm not going to be getting a new bus. I might be getting a minivan. I'm going to look into that. This is pretty comfortable. I slept really well last night. Look at this thing. Got my bed in here. All kinds of space. It would have been great to have window blockers because that was kind of a pain in the ass, to be real with you. But yeah, it's got all kinds of cup holders, and the seats are folded down into the ground. This really made me think, sleeping in this last night was like a dream compared to the Galactic Avenger, man. The Galactic Avenger was crazy. I couldn't even have sat up in it, let alone have a good conversation. Are you getting a new bus? We're not. Yeah, you already said that. I'm not getting a new bus. But yeah, 88, I really hope that you decide to send that cash, brother. I'd really like to bless you with this. If you send it today, like I said, I'll put a sold sticker on it at the festival, and then we'll send it to you Monday. That's awesome, man. Like I said, take everything with a grain of salt today, but for face value. Yeah, I'm not going to get too hyped up on it, but when I see that in my Cash App, then we'll know, right? Money talks, bullshit walks, you know what I'm saying? And 88, whether you're still here or not, or you got to go to work, and whether you send the money or not, it's It's not about money here. It's about communication, acceptance, and love, man. No, he lives in. Who lives in the Vatican? Oh, do you live in a minivan? No, this is actually my buddy's minivan. I have a school bus that I'm trying to sell because my Galactic Avenger. Mike, check out the playlist, My Car, the Galactic Avenger, brother. You'll see what I was traveling in. That was my daily driver, POS camper car. You won't believe what I did with this Dodge Avenger. I ripped out the back seats, put a foam mattress into the trunk, ripped out the passenger seat, made a little kitchenette. I got a gym membership, and I spark driving DoorDash across the country. That's where this adventure started. The subframe went in the last trip to Georgia on that. Of course, after I just had bought this school bus that needs some TLC and some time, and it gets 10 miles to the gallon, so I can't spark drive with it. It just ended up being this shenanigans. It's been shenanigans, but Creator, a God of your understanding, is going to take care of you. Scott's the Pope. I am the Pope. They call me the Pope. Scott is the president. I'm the president of the turtle herd. Here in this beautiful community of respect, love, and appreciation. You guys are amazing today. I feel enlightened. I feel loved. I feel appreciated. Hopefully Sean can make it to this show. If any of you guys can make it to the Between Worlds Festival, please check it out. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'd love to have you guys there to check this out, to back me up as a featured artist, so I can, we're going to grow some new Turtle Herd members. I've got a pile of stickers to hand out. We're going to do the next right thing. We're going to display our art. We're going to be open and honest and not let fear, because here's the thing, I almost let fear not let me bring my art. I'm not good enough. I'm not an artist. I am an artist. If you express yourself in any way, you're an artist. It doesn't have to be on canvas. It doesn't have to be, in person vocally. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. If you're out there doing something in your own unique way, you're an artist, and embody that. And that's what I'll be speaking on at the festival as for my forum. It's not just about this canvas. It's not about the wood burning. It's not about, going to Hobby Lobby and buying a bunch of tchotchkes and sticking them together. That can be it, but art, and everybody's an artist. You're an artist in whatever way that you bring light and love into this world. My goal is to make my 40s like my only 20 years old. To make it to my 40s. I'm only 21 years old. I hope I live a long life. I'm pretty healthy. Mike, I think you will, brother. I never thought I'd make it to 35, to be real with you. You'll make it. Most likely. I can't guarantee you anything. Who am I to know? I'm just this guy, right, floating through existence to the best of my ability, trying to do the next right thing. How hokey does that feel at times? But that's the truth. When I'm in these moments, when I'm flowing with the river of life like I am right now, when I'm connected, it all makes sense. When I'm listening to the whisper, it doesn't make any sense. When I'm listening to that internal thing that tells me that I'm not good enough, I'm not an artist, to do the next right thing is crazy because it's outside the norm, right? Like, who cares about that? I care about doing the next right thing, and that's what matters. My followers here care about doing the next right thing, and that's all that matters. The turtle herd is doing the next right thing. I know that, no matter what happens, I've touched some lives out there, and I've helped people to heal and grow, and that's helped me to heal and grow, and that's the next right thing. Lucky thing, Mike. I wish I could go get back to that age. Damn straight, Mike. You're just a pup, as Al would say. You're just a tiny little poop. Enjoy it. And in some ways, I'm just a pup, too, there. So, we're having of your head. Go cap. What are you talking about, M. Dizzle? I'm just going to ignore your face. I love you. I hope you're doing all right. Actually, not. Good thing when I was 18, I called the end. When Mike was 18, he called the End Your Life Prevention line, and it helped. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for expressing that. 988. If you're out there struggling, that's something that it's part of what we openly, honestly talk about. I can't say that word because YouTube doesn't like it. But if you're out there struggling with the thought of leaving this world on your own record, call somebody. Call 988. Express yourself here right now. If you're so not okay that you're thinking about that, believe me, there's people that love you. And Sean has gone through this. Our new brother that we met today who popped in, he understands the feeling. He's been on the other side of it. I've been on the other side of it, losing my brothers. I've been on the side of it where I feel like I should have been the one, and I don't want to be here anymore. That whisper is a lie. You are loved. You leaving this world on your own record is going to cause more pain than you could ever imagine. Somebody out there wants to be next to you right now. Somebody out there wishes they could be sitting next to you and having this conversation we're having. I guarantee you that. Whether you see it or not, it's the truth. And the first step to understanding that is by openly, honestly communicating. Turtle from Pompano Beach. Jane, as always, Jane Doe, we appreciate you from Pompano Beach. Elvis left the building. Yeah, who's Elvis? Am I missing comments? Probably. Whatever. I got to get brekkie. What time is it? It's way past brekkie time. I slept in. It was raining. It was like cozy. I slept so hard and so solid in the back of this minivan in this Flying J parking lot last night. Jennifer, I am not turtly enough for the Turtle Club. Well, you are turtly enough for the turtle herd there, Jennifer. So, turtle. Yes, thank you. Sean knows. Thank you, brother. Please reach out. We're here. Whether it be in my Discord or whether it be, because there's a description in the Discord. If you can't say it here, you could say it there. That's a private place. Here's a private, compassionate place. No one's going to judge you here. If you're struggling. If you got someone that you love out there who's struggling with these thoughts, make it comfortable and don't judge them if they tell you. Don't ever tell somebody that they're selfish for feeling that way, please, because I've heard that and it hurts. It hurts, man, and it pushes you closer to the edge. My brother did say, "What about me?" when I opened up to him before he did what he did to himself, because I felt that way in the past. And that's okay. Well, what about you? And that helped me turn the corner, because what about him, right? I love you so much, bro. What about me? And then when he ended up taking that path, it crushed me, because what about me? I should have been a better brother, right? I should have done something else. And he didn't think that. He just was in so much pain when he decided to make that decision that you know what I'm saying? And I implore you to think that. I implore you to realize that somebody out there is going to miss you. That whether you're doing it because you're saturated in pain, or whether you're thinking about doing it because you have nothing left, and you're empty and hollow, brother. Someone loves you so much that they're willing to do anything to keep you here. And I guarantee you that. You just gotta open your heart, start the conversation. And share this with somebody who might be struggling. Share this with someone that you know is struggling, that can't speak for them, that can't even express themselves, or even that you think might be struggling, man. Share this. Go through my lives and find a topic that might reflect and help reflect, some truth and understanding for them, and share it to them. That's what this is about. This is about open, honest communication. It started off as the adventure, right? It started off as the grand adventure to travel minimally in this camper car and to do fun stuff. And it's still that at times, but it's evolved into a community of open, honest communication, because that's the next right thing. The next right thing evolves in our hearts as we move forward. Jane Doe, the whisper is the devil, evil, and darkness trying to put out of the light. You're right, Jane Doe. You are all so beautiful and unique. Thank you. Jane Doe understands, and she struggles, we all struggle, right? Thank you, Jane Doe. And you're right. That whisper is trying to take us out of this world. It's trying to convince us that we have no value. And, all we got to do is fall into that too deep for 1 second, so don't indulge in it. Pull away from that. I know how easy it can be, right? Because it seems like, when you're on fire, you just want to get put out. You want to be put out, and, but I know you don't want to hurt the ones you love. We want to keep you around. We want to help you do the next right thing. Jennifer, you are Linda. Yeah, damn straight. What is that, Jennifer? You are truly enough for the Turtle Club, Jennifer. I noticed that the red James, you're funny, Jennifer. There was a rapture. Yeah, no, because Laura's still here. Obviously, there wasn't one. You were welcome here as long as you are you are all welcome, Jennifer. None of us are worthy to be raptured. That's a point of view. I don't know. I know some pretty amazing human beings. And I'm not sure, like I'm saying, I'm not falling into any kind of category and saying that this is true or that's not true. I appreciate you guys, having the conversation. I appreciate you guys expressing to each other how you feel about specific things. That's a beautiful thing. Jane Doe, life gets so hard, heavy, and sometimes so dark. but it's flies by so quick. Anyways, if you feel like there is nothing to live for, then there's nothing to lose. Life, live life big. Take chances, have adventures. Yes, Jane Doe, take the leap. Move forward and do something beautiful with yourself this morning. It's not always possible. It's not. When I'm saturated in pain and every nerve in my body is standing on edge, and I can't seem to find the medicine, and for some reason the musical medicine isn't working, and the physical and spiritual medicine is not centering me and humbling me the way that it usually does. I'm here to tell you there is medicine. Physical medicine. There's L-theanine that seems to help a lot. It's an herbal supplement. I'd suggest you try it. Try GABA. I tried GABA and it made me feel too flushed, but it did kind of, I think that if I was having an anxiety attack and I took GABA, that it would like purge, because it makes you like exfoliate. It's weird. It's like it gives you this like flushed feeling that may help, but I'm not taking it on a daily basis anymore because it makes me feel that way. But L-theanine, what I just found is reishi mushrooms help to regulate cortisol in our minds, I'm going to say epidermis, that's our skin, but in the pineal gland that creates emotional chemicals. The reishi mushroom helps to regulate that cortisol so that our nerves don't feel so on end. And I learned about that through a gift Laura gave me, this 8 mushroom coffee that has reishi in it, and it really seemed to help with my anxiety. So, herbal supplements, look into those, and try them. Maybe they'll work for you, maybe they won't. Emotional medicine's a tricky thing. Thank you, M. Dizzle. Jennifer, I stayed up too late and my baby is taking a nap, so I'm going to join him. See you next time. Thank you, Jennifer. We appreciate you. Sleep well. I am almost 12 years clean from 20 years heroin habit. I never plan to live past 30, yet I am 46. Every day is a bonus. Damn straight, every day is a bonus. And I want to commend you. Can you guys send some love, some hearts, some appreciation over there on the side? Let's commend Jennifer in the comments, or Jane Doe in the comments. As always, I know it's come up a couple times, but I implore you guys to back up Jane in her sobriety, her doing the next right thing for herself. We appreciate you. You're fantastic. You are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic, Jane. Absolutely amazing that you've been able to do something with yourself that not a lot of people can. Addiction is a pain in the ass. I know that. Thank you so much, guys. First, I did love for Jane. I know that me personally, quitting cigarettes, I know it's not the same, but quitting nicotine completely lately has been a struggle. Oh, God. Oh, my God, man. I fell back into it after I quit a while ago, and then the e-cigarette because of boredom, and oh, my God, it was hard. But, it's what's best for me physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And that's the next right thing. We love you, Jane Doe. You're part of this family. You are part of the turtle herd, and we appreciate you deeply. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for growing this community of love and compassion, right, in a positive, hopeful, caring way. I really hope that 88 does pick up that painting. Would be absolutely amazing. That inspires me. I missed the dice. Jay, we got it. I couldn't find. Wait, did I? I did. I grabbed the next right thing. We could play dice tomorrow. We'll play dice tomorrow. Show up, Jane. We'll play dice tomorrow. We'll get to rolling vigorously with some dice tomorrow. Will be the game plan, and the theme will be rolling the dice, right? Taking the leap. I got the our rule board for the Know Your Rule game that we invented here together, and we'll play tomorrow. That's a promise because I'm on vacay, so I'll have the time to for sure to be able to pop in tomorrow. Part of me wishes I could do this every day again, so that we could grow this community of respect and love. In the bigger way that it was for a while. But the other part of me knows that whatever is exactly what it needs to be. I know that we touch hearts on a daily basis. I know that this turtle herd grows as we grow in the way that it's supposed to, slow and steady, nice and easy, one person at a time. If one more person subscribes to the turtle herd and decides to hold on, if one more person takes the medicine that we've learned seriously, if one more person holds on for one more day, then we've done the next right thing here as a group. Tomato, yes. With that being said, we're about an hour in, and I'm I'm feeling like driving. I want to go see my brother. I want to go see my niece. Jane Doe, you look much healthier, color in your face again. For a minute, it looked like you were fading away. Glad you are here, my friend. Jane Doe, thanks for pointing that out. Because for a minute, I was struggling again. I have been struggling, and I do struggle. I want to point that out as well. This moment and who I am right now isn't something that I'm able to maintain 24/7, and that's me. That's my admission. I do fall into darkness. I fall into when I'm on fire with anxiety and stress and grief, I do have these thoughts. What I've been told is that idolization of these thoughts isn't necessarily, abnormal. The warning signs come when we start making a plan to leave this world. Then you really got to reach out. You should reach out beforehand when you start thinking these things, but most of us don't because we're scared that, people would judge us if we tell them that we want to leave this world or we're thinking about taking ourselves out, but don't worry about that. Be open and honest to the best of your ability. And sometimes you got to guard it a little tighter than others. I understand that. Sometimes you can't be completely honest because you don't want to you're afraid of getting locked up or whatever else, or getting your rights taken away, or like being judged or scaring someone you love. But there are safe places where you can communicate about this. Here is one of them. My Discord is one of them. 988 is one of those things. Call 988 here in America to get the help you need if you're thinking about leaving this world. Please, please. I wish that my brother would have seen this. I wish that Sean's nephew would have seen this. I wish that anybody who's decided to leave this world would have held on for one more second and saw this, so they could understand their value. I hope that someone you love can hear this message so that they can hold on for one more moment to realize this too shall pass. You look much healthier. Thank you so much, Jane. Struggling makes strength. Yes, there's purpose in the pain, Jane Doe, without a doubt. If we skipped every obstacle on the obstacle course, we'd never become stronger. We might win the race, right? But when it really comes down to it, we haven't gathered any strength. Cavemen going back into the cave. Yeah, RUMD, we love your face. Call me sometime. We got to chat. Stick around, even if you just spit. Okay, I'll stick around for a little while since you asked. Well, here's the thing that's rough. I got the other phone. I mean, I could Google Hardee's near me and see if there's a Hardee's around. We can go to Brecky. Oh, no, we can't go to Brecky. It's past 11 o'clock. Damn it. Fucking Hardee's and their bullshit. They need to have their... Here's a message to you, Hardee's. You need to serve your pork chop and biscuit sandwiches all day. There's something wrong with you. Okay? I'm very disappointed in you, Hardee's. This is bullshit. I want my brekkie at noon. What's up? I was talking about Scotty silly. Oh, me going back into my cave? What do you mean? I got a couple hours worth of driving to do there, M. Dizzle. I ain't going back no cave. But anyway, anyhowsin'. Yeah, for the 64% of the 25 people that voted, hold on tight. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to, if you struggle with anxiety, if you struggle with grief, if you struggle with the thoughts of letting go, you're not the only one. You're not alone. That thought helps me to get through. There's medicine out there. There's musical medicine. Misled Utopia, Knocko Bear, Sublime. It's my musical medicine. There's purpose out there, even in the pain and struggle. Believe that, brothers and sisters. Never mind what? Got it now. It's hard to keep everything straight. Yeah, no, I get a little excited. It is hard to keep everything straight. You know what? I appreciate you guys wanting me to stick around, but I want some personal meditation time, some personal reflecting and appreciation time before I get to my brothers. I'm going to take care of me first. Take care of yourself, your family, your community in that order. I'm going to get myself something to eat. I'm not sure exactly what. I'm going to hit the road, and I promise you, Laura, I'll get something to eat. It won't be gas station hot dogs. I promise you that, but it's not going to be like a salad. I promise you that too. It's going to be somewhere in between. We love you, MD. Drive safe. Thank you, Jane Doe. Have a great day, everyone. James, we love your face. I'm going to keep pushing you, brother. Hopefully you can jump in that element and just run down and see us for a day. Like I said, I'm not sure what the ticket sales thing are, but I'm sure I could get you a discount. Maybe I could sneak you in the back door, brother. You've been the OG of OGs. If you show up down there, you're hanging with me. So, Kim, you know what I'm saying? Call them. they want me there. You know what I'm saying? Then and you show up, then you can be there. You know what I'm saying? I got a glass of lemonade. I got this flat top. I'll make you some fat sandwiches, and we'll chill, man. Um, if you do come down, maybe bring some good medicine. Nice light sativa, limonene, pinene, kind of terpenes. You know, light, maybe high CBD content, CBD content, but not necessary, brother. Sup is me. Sup, Johnny Nine. I changed my name to what? What did you used to be, Johnny Nine? Okay, yeah, it's Sup. It's is me. Sup is me. Sup is me. I know, but John Nine. I don't know how am I supposed to. You. And I only say that because I know what your business is, James. And there's no expectations, brother. If you come down with nothing, brother, I'll feed you. We'll have some lemonade. We'll talk art. We'll talk love. We'll embrace as brothers, and we'll chill for have a fire or something. Listen to some techno, I guess, because that's what the festival's about. My name is Morningstar. Now is John. Okay, Morningstar. I appreciate you, Morningstar. I was just about to take off. Subscribe if you want to become a member of the Turtle Herd. Check out the channel if you want to enhance the conversation of what the next right thing is or means to you. You could do that by commenting on some of my shorts. You could do that by watching my videos in their full extent. That helps the channel to grow, helps the Jane Doe, I am somewhere in Ohio right now. I want to go. Jane Doe, you're welcome. You're welcome. I mean, it's in Tennessee. I don't know if you get to Tennessee. It starts tomorrow. Friday, Saturday, Sunday is this festival. You've been around for a while, too. You know what I'm saying? I know it struggles for you. I would hate to, promise all these things, you know what I'm saying, but getting people in or whatnot. But I'm sure that I could pout and cry and get a couple people in. I know that the tickets can be kind of expensive, especially for the whole weekend. So I'm not sure, but I would love to see you. I will. Oh, you're in Cali. That's right, Jane Doe. I will hit you up because I got to go west. I really look forward to meeting you and chilling. And maybe I'll bring the flat top with me. John 9. The reason why I am 9 is the end of my name is because YouTuber can't let me name John. Only so I have. That's cool, John. 9. We'll call you. Do you mind if I call you Niner? Call you John Niner. It can be your nickname, Mr. Ninerton, the Ninest. Excuse me, Omar. Jesus, I gotta stick around for at least a couple more minutes. Omar, man, you gotta go back and watch the thing. We talked about the stuff. Why can't I change? Because you're stubborn. You're like me. That's why. Because you haven't put in. Why can't I lift fucking 1,000 pounds, Omar? Why? Why can't I lift 300 pounds? Same thing. You got to put work in. Now, the 1,000 pounds might be out of the realm of reality, but the 300 pounds isn't. It just takes a lot of work to get there. You're putting the work in. Do the next right thing, Omar. Put the work in today. Why can't you change? You can change. You can change, brother. It's just going to be a little bit at a time. And you're going to have to figure out a way to not have resentments against yourself while you take these small little steps towards changing, Omar. That's why. Right now, because you've taken one small little step, you admit here today that you need change in your life. It's not that you can't change, it's that you can't change right now, bro. You're human. We're setting patterns that become set in stone. And then I got some people I really care for that are set in this place. Me too. And me and Laura have talked about this extensively. Once a pattern is set, it can feel impossible to change. Once we feed that particular mannerism, that particular defense mechanism, it can become our whole personality. And no matter how much we want to change, no matter how much we want to drop that defense mechanism and stop compartmentalizing or stop, blaming ourselves or stop whatever, why can't I stop? Because you're so used to doing it. Because that's become you, bro. Like, how long did it take for you to get to where you're at? You didn't just wake up one day and have these problems, man. The friends that I have that are struggling didn't just wake up today with these defense mechanisms that consume their life. Yeah, I didn't just wake up one day consumed with these defense mechanisms that my mind developed to keep me safe, quote unquote. The self-diminishing, the self-hatred, this undermining my love for myself was all a defense mechanism so I wouldn't be hurt. And that became a huge part of me. This jester, this juggling jester that insulted people and hurt people and used physical and emotional violence, um, was wasn't who I wanted to be. But anyway, Omar, I love you, Jane Doe. I got to get going. When I woke up on one day in bed, the president was horrible. One, we appreciate you stopping in. Subscribe. I got to take this phone call, guys. I got to go. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'm going to call Randy back here in just a minute, but I got to call him back. Subscribe, become a member of the Turtle Herd. Check out my playlist, My Car, the Galactic Avenger, The Next Right Thing, both great playlists, My Chunky Little Bunny and Bun Bun. Check out the playlists. Omar, you're right. I will also get back, which for the other lives, listen to those words. Thank you, Omar. You can change, brother. You can grow. It's just going to take time. One small step. Give yourself credit. That's the next right thing. You're taking the small step by you being open and honest here. I'm sorry, guys. I got to go. I love your faces. We're going to talk again soon. Catch you at the show. Catch you tomorrow morning. We're going to roll the dice. I'm off like a herd of turtles.